You know that
Welcome
cheerful
to the
whistle,
Explainer.
that little
Today we're
expressive
going to
crest.
tackle a
Ever wonder
pretty
what's
sharp
really
subject.
going on in
How
that
to
little
build
head?
a trusting,
Well, today,
bite-free
we're gonna find
relationship
out.
with your parrot.
We are
and
diving
move from
deep into
frustration
the
to a
surprisingly
real.
complex
Welcome to
story
the
of the
Explainer.
cockatiel.
Today we're going to
And
tackle
yeah, of course you
a
recognize
pretty sharp
this face.
subject.
I mean, who
how
doesn't?
to build a... The cockatiel is actually the second most popular pet bird on the planet, just behind the budgie. You see them pretty much everywhere, a beloved part of so many homes. But there's way more to this familiar face than you might think. It kind of has a secret identity. So let's really get into this because its story is packed with surprises, starting with something really basic, what it actually is.
Okay, get ready for this, because it's a bit of a plot twist. That bird you thought was a parakeet? Nope, it's not a parakeet at all. It's actually the smallest member of the cockatoo family. Yeah, a tiny little cousin to those big, loud, rambunctious cockatoos we all recognize.
And look, it's easy to see why everyone gets it mixed up. It's got the long tail, right? That screams parakeet. But then it has that signature crest, which is pure cockatoo. For the longest time, even scientists were scratching their heads. It was a real biological puzzle until, modern molecular studies finally gave us a solid answer. And the evidence? It's totally undeniable once you know what to look for. Cockatiels check all the boxes for a true cockatoo. They've got that amazing erectile crest, those specific facial feathers, and they even have something called powder down. It's this super cool special kind of feather that breaks down into this fine dust, and it helps them keep their other feathers clean and waterproof. How neat is that? But wait, it gets even more unique. The cockatiel's special status doesn't end there. They are so distinct, in fact, that scientists gave them their very own genus, Nymphicus. So think about that. It's not just another small cockatoo. It's literally in a class all by itself. So to really get a handle on this one-of-a-kind bird, we've got to go on a little trip. We're going back in time and heading down under to its original homeland, the huge, dry interior of Australia, which, by the way, early Europeans used to call New Holland.
Just try to picture this for a second. You're living a life totally on the move, always looking for your next meal, your next drink of water. Well, that's the life of a cockatiel in the wild. These guys are nomads. They travel in these small, really close-knit flocks all across the Australian outback, and their entire lives revolve around finding that next bit of food and water.
And you know what? It was that nomadic life, plus their just incredible beauty, that actually inspired their scientific name. The first Europeans who saw them were just blown away by how elegant they were, so much so that they named the genus Nymphicus after the beautiful, graceful nymphs from Greek mythology. Pretty cool, right? But getting to that name, that was a whole other journey. It was long and complicated. For decades, scientists just couldn't figure out where to place this bird. It wasn't until 1832 that a naturalist named Johann Wagler finally stepped in and gave it the recognition it deserved. He created the genus Nymphicus hollandicus, and with that, he forever tied it to both its mythical beauty and its Australian home. Okay, let's talk about that crest. That iconic crest. It is so much more than just a cool hairdo. Think of it more like a feathered mood ring. It's giving you a direct, real-time look into what your cockatiel is feeling. It's like they have their own secret language, and the crest is the key. So if that crest is standing straight up, all tall and proud, that means your bird is curious or maybe even a little surprised by something. If it's kind of relaxed, just angled back a bit, that's a happy, content bird. But if that crest is flattened all the way down, slicked back against its head, yeah, that's a crystal clear signal that says, give me some space. So, understanding their emotions, that's step one. But these birds have made this incredible journey from the Australian wild right into our living rooms. And if you're even thinking about bringing one home, you've got to know something really, really important. This is a serious commitment, a long-term one. I mean, look at this number. With the right care and a good, safe home, a cockatiel can live for 16 to 25 years. And get this, some have even made it into their 30s. So we're not talking about a pet you have for a little while. This is a companion for a huge chunk of your life. And a massive part of ensuring they live that long, healthy life, it comes down to diet. Now, out in the wild, they're eating a whole variety of seeds and plants. But as a pet, a diet of just seeds is a big no-no. It can lead to all sorts of health problems. Vets will tell you what they really need is a balanced diet built around formulated pellets with lots of fresh fruits and veggies on the side. But, and this is super important, you have to be careful. Some human foods are literally poison to them.
I'm talking about things like avocado, chocolate, alcohol, caffeine. Never, ever let your bird near that stuff. And always make sure you take the pits or seeds out of any fruits you give them. Seriously, their life could literally depend on it.
These birds are also complete social butterflies. In the wild, they're always in a flock. So when you bring one into your home, guess what? You, your family, you become their flock. And that means they need attention, they need interaction every single day. If they start to feel lonely or ignored, trust me, they'll let you know. You'll hear this loud, piercing shriek that's pretty hard to miss.
But there's so much more to a cockatiel than just a cute face and a need for company. These little guys are way smarter than you might think. They have this really complex inner world that's just waiting for you to discover it.
For starters, they're fantastic mimics, especially the males. They can learn to whistle whole tunes, maybe your favorite song. They can learn to say hello when you come home. They can even learn to imitate the sound of your microwave or your alarm clock, which, let me tell you, can be hilarious one day and incredibly annoying the next.
And it's always good to remember, no matter how tame and cuddly your cockatiel seems, deep down its brain is still wired like a wild animal. They're prey animals at heart, which means they're naturally cautious and can get startled really easily. So the key is just to be patient with them. Be gentle. You have to earn their trust. And once you do, that's the foundation for a really amazing, long-lasting friendship. So when you think about it, from the hot, dry plains of Australia all the way to a cozy spot in our homes, the cockatiel has made an incredible journey. This tiny cockatoo, with its hidden intelligence and its big emotions, really is a powerful reminder of the kinds of deep, meaningful connections we can have with the animal world. And it leaves you with a question, right? What does this little bird's journey really tell us about our own connection to the world around us?